Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of RimWorld, the New Horizon series. The first thing on our agenda was to get rid of a cobra that was hanging around where our barn is. I don't want it to attack our animals, so best to get rid of the problem now. I must have sensed that we were going to do that because it went into that little cubby where they couldn't shoot, but eventually we did knock it down, and then we sent Tony in to basically finish it off, so that was good. After that, we got a second research table built, well, started at least, and this one requires power, so we will need some more electricity, most likely. Yeah, so we'll put it here, I think. The next thing that I wanted to try out was actually moving the watermill over here, and it says currently that it's not able to put it there because there's not a bridge or anything there, but I'm not sure if the bridge will actually work, so I'm going to build the bridge first, I think. After that, we basically got, I believe, Faye to work on the research table. So the research table took a little while to build, but it was fully completed. So we enabled the auto calling feature. We basically just went ahead and chose what animals we want to auto call, and that will basically allow our settlers to go and kill them, and then we can basically turn them into meat and stuff like that. Got a quest in here for basically delivering to a nearby town some pants, so I think we have enough resources to actually do that, so we'll go ahead and accept the second one and start working on that, I think. One of our problems is our animal food is starting to run really low, and I don't think that our farms can really keep up with it. So I think what eventually we're going to have to do is figure out a new solution to keeping them all fenced up and stuff, so we'll see what we can come up with. So there was a couple fires left over by the lightning strike. The rain has since stopped, and basically I noticed that big one down there, so I got Faye to go down there and help with that fire, and hopefully Tony doesn't notice at all. And yeah, some people did get a little bit burnt, just minor burns, nothing too serious, but yeah, we did manage to put out the fire completely, so that was really good. I'm just glad that's all over for now. Meanwhile, we're making a lot of progress with the pants. Yeah, we got most of the ones that we needed. It just needs to be normal quality or better, so we got quite a bit of them. And must have been doing something right because there was a couple drop pods of buffalo wool, which allows us to definitely make some more pants and stuff like that, so that's good. We'll go collect that. I have Dennis out there. Later on, we had a traveler come in with basically some horses to trade and a whole bunch of fabric, so we will take a look at what they have to offer. So we bought some fabric, and we bought that horse because we're going to need that to fast travel to the other location where we need to drop off these pants, so that will come really useful later on. And I think that's all I got for this purchase. But it was definitely stuff that we needed. So I am sending Faye out for that mission. All the pants are created, and it's just a matter of getting some extra resources. We're going to transport some of that chem fuel over there while we're at it, and hopefully make a little bit more coin. And we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, we'll send them over right now, and I'll go collect the stuff. So a couple child beggars came onto the map. Both are female. Unfortunately, that's not going to really help us with our population or anything like that. So we're going to just let them be. While Faye was going through, traveling down the road, she encountered another traveler. Sometimes you can have bad events. Sometimes they're good. We did not have anything to trade with, so we just kind of kept moving on. Faye finally reached the destination, so we were able to hand in that quest and get a reward, so we were able to do that, and then I think what we'll do is trade. So they actually did have a couple good things in this particular settlement. They had a better gun and some other things like medicine and stuff, so we stocked up on medicine and got that gun and traded in some of our rewards for extra currency and stuff, so we were able to get a little bit more profit. So they also have some bionic parts as well here, so we're not going to buy any of those today, but we'll definitely consider coming back for some. There was a little bit of a time gap. I forgot to continue recording at a certain point, so I did put the animals in their own pen outside, and we did distribute the weapons a little bit differently to make it a little bit better for everyone. So the watermill idea unfortunately went down the drain because the walls or the pathways or bridges or whatever won't actually support it. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Denis also fulfilled his role and did the leader speech thing, so everyone pretty much enjoyed that. It was a really good event. But yeah, it just lasted a little while. Everyone kind of just got out of bed and started doing their thing. So we started building or planning out a couple new rooms. We have the prison on the left there, a bedroom and a classroom, as well as a new religious spot that I have planned out, so we'll have to build all that. But our main goal right now is to get more power so we can start researching some of the more advanced stuff. So I'm going to be building a thermal power plant. We already have it unlocked, so it's just a matter of building it. So that's pretty much our next goal for today, I think. Get working on that. And that should take a little bit of time to build, if I remember correctly. So we have the new prison cell in the works. It's pretty much all built. We just have to start moving things in. So we have Faye and a few other people bringing some supplies over. And yeah, it should be good to go soon. So I planned out another bed for the prison cell, and we started moving over most of the items, and then we had a eclipse, but that doesn't actually affect us because we're running it from water, not solar. So we have all our electricity and stuff at the moment. Next, we will start working on the walls for these parts here, and I'm basically leaving some wooden walls, so that will be where we expand to. So that's generally the goal that I have for my design plans. And we were getting Tony to help with moving some stuff over when she started to go on a fire burning spree, so we got Faye over there to help put some of those out. Not like we had enough fire problems today. And at this point, I really think that the game is just trying to burn down our base because we have another lightning strike and it started putting fires all around the base and stuff like that. So there was this one that was in that part, and then immediately after, our cotton field caught on fire. So that was like just amazing that everything was fine. But yeah, more fire. With the fires out of the way, we got a new event. So May grew up, and we're going to need to get her all set up in her own room and all that, as well as make her some clothing, because we kind of forgot to do that. So we'll be on that as soon as possible. Alright, so I figured it would be fitting to have Tony make the shirt and the pants for May. So we need kids' clothing for that one, not the adult clothing. Unfortunately, our current guest for the prison is actually May, so we have to move her over to her own bedroom and get that all set up. It'll be right underneath the dining room, so that's our next goal, is to move some of the furniture over there and get that all set up. So like I said before, our next goal was to get the geothermal plant all built up. So we got that unlocked a while ago. We just need to place it down and start building it. We also got a couple more rooms built. The walls are all set up, and we will have a classroom set up in a little bit, probably next episode, so we can start working on that hopefully soon. And May's got her own room now. Unfortunately, we need steel for the geothermal plant, so we got Denis out there mining some steel so we can start working on production for it. That shouldn't take too long to start working on, and then Faye, we can start building it over the next couple days. So somebody from a friendly faction dropped onto our map using a drop pod. It's right near the border there, so we'll send Denis over there to go collect her and bring her to the medical bay and have Faye waiting. But that wasn't the only event that we had at that very moment. As Denis was going to collect her, we also got a raid happening right where we needed to go collect. So just some tribal person, I don't know who exactly it is, but we have Denis with that new gun, so it's like an automatic type thing, semi-automatic or something. I got him stationed behind the wall there so he wouldn't take as much damage if he was shot at. There was a couple close calls. One hit that wall there just then, and I believe one actually destroyed the wall behind him later on. But Denis is pretty good at shooting, so I have full confidence that he'll basically get him down. Yeah, that was the one that destroyed that wall right behind it. Just flew right past Denis there. And yeah, he's down, so let's go rescue that person now that we have that area secured. We'll have Faye ready to go treat the person, so I'm not too worried about it at the moment. Just a matter of getting Denis back. We also started working on decorating our farms a little bit more. I put some of the straw thing down. I know it's a little bit flammable, but I like the look of it for paths and stuff like that. I think it will look a little bit better than basically just having general stone. So I think a lot of people also use the stone more often. The last thing that we did manage to get is the geothermal plant built, so Faye worked on that really well, and it's all good to go, so ready for next episode to wire it all up to the base. We can start researching, which is kind of the whole point of more power. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're new to my channel, definitely consider subscribing. We'll be coming back here next episode and working on a whole bunch more. I want to get all that flooring done, classroom built, and wire up the electricity for the geothermal, so we're going to need a lot more stuff done. May's already working on her schooling and stuff, doing some artwork on the floor, so that's all good. But other than that, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, let me know what you found most interested or what you liked about it, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, peace out.